सो हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज की इस वीडियो में हम लोग जानने वाले हैं यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड के बारे में। सो ये जो टॉपिक है ना हम लोगों का, वो बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है, क्योंकि ये पॉलिटिक्स के हिसाब से भी इंटरेस्टिंग है फॉर एनी डिफेंस एस्पिरेंट्स लाइक अस। वो जो एसएसबी इंटरव्यू में जाने वाले हैं, इसके लिए तो इंपॉर्टेंट है ही, और किसी और कॉम्पिटिशन एग्जाम्स जैसे हो गए, यूपीएससी हो गया, बीपीएससी हो गया, या फर्दर कोई इंटरव्यू आप जा रहे हो गवर्नमेंट का देने के लिए, उसके लिए ये टॉपिक बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि दिस इज़ अ टॉपिक जो नेशनल इशू है। एंड इससे बहुत सारी चीज़ सुधर भी सकता है, बहुत सारी चीज़ बिगड़ने की भी डर है। सो हम लोग देखते हैं पहले कि क्या है यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड। ओके, सो यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड, दैट इज यूसीसी, एंड इन दिस पार्ट point that we are going to discuss in this video, that is why it is in news firstly, then we are going to discuss about what is uniform civil code, then we are going to discuss is it present in our Indian constitution or not, then we further proceed to why India need to implement it, then it was why Indian government need to be done to implement this uniform civil code. Sixth is we are going to know about the law commission's recommendation on this uniform civil code, and further we come to know, conclude all these ideas and able to come to the point what we want from this uniform civil code. Okay, चलिए start करते हैं. Why it is in news? So recently we see Narendra Modi, PM Narendra Modi, on 28 June made a pitch for the uniform civil code and hit out at the opposition parties for allegedly inciting minorities community against it. So from there it was more highlighting topic and people were talking about this. Okay, let's move towards why. What is uniform civil code? Uniform civil code, it is nothing but simple proposal of a government by the governing bodies for on the personal laws of every citizen without taking consideration of the religion. अगर हम लोग सिंपल भाषा में बात करें तो ये गवर्नमेंट की एक लॉज है ऑन द पर्सनल लॉज ऑफ द पर्सनस। हम लोग की जो पर्सनल लॉज होते हैं, जिस तरीके, जैसे मैरिज हो गया, डाइवोर्स हो गया, इस तरीके की जो जो छोटे छोटे लॉज होते हैं जो हम लोग के अलग अलग जगह पे, अलग अलग रीजन में अलग अलग तरह के होते हैं, एंड वही फॉलो किया जाता था अभी तक। तो उन पे जो वो जो सब हम लोग पर्सनल लॉज है, उन पे हम लोगों की चेंजेस करने की बात की जा रही है इस यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड में। उसमें हम लोगों का जो रिलीजन है उसको कंसिडरेशन नहीं किया जाएगा। जैसे यहाँ पे मैंने मेंशन किया, दैट इज पर्सनल लॉज इंक्लूड्स the aspects of inheritance, marriage, divorce, child custody, and alimony. What is alimony? Alimony is the money that you have to pay by law to the former wife or husband after getting divorce. Okay, I think आप लोगों को ये समझ में आ गया होगा। तो हम लोग फर्दर प्रोसीड करते हैं अपने नेक्स्ट पार्ट पे। सो हम लोग अब देखते हैं कि इज इट प्रेजेंट इन आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? या इट इज प्रेजेंट इन आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इन 44th आर्टिकल, and that clearly said that there should be a uniform civil code in our country. Since DPSP, Directorate Principle of State Policy, are only the guideline, it is not mandatory to use. The Uniform Law Ministry recently asked the Law Commission to examine in detail about the issue pertaining to the Uniform Civil Code and submit a report to the government. So, as it is the DPSP, so what the government do? They ask the Law Commission to examine all this thing and to submit the report. Then after, this law was going to be amended if it required. Okay, that's why I mentioned earlier in first page or second page that we are going to know about what are the recommendation of the Law Commission. Okay, so अब हम लोग फर्दर प्रोसीड करते हैं। अब देखते हैं हम लोग कि why India need UCC, यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड, क्या क्यों चाहिए। सो फर्स्ट थिंग जिसके लिए हम लोगों को ये चाहिए होगा, दैट इज फॉर नेशनल इंटीग्रेशन एंड स्ट्रेंथन सेकुलरिज्म। या फॉर स्ट्रेंथिंग द सेकुलरिज्म वी नीड this kind of law. Second is gender parity. Yeah, we see normal cases that so much discrimination will be takes place between male and women. The right of women are usually limited under the various religious law, bits Hindu or in Muslim, in any other caste. Okay, that's why to empower the women we require this UCC. The third point is for the judicial order. Yes, how it was going to implement, how it was going to change the judicial law or focus on the judicial law. So what's happening actually? There was a case in Supreme Court about a woman. She is a Muslim woman and she get divorced from his husband, but she has a child whom he have to upbring. But according to the Muslim laws, if you give the talaq to your wife, then there is no any kind of exchange of money or the amount you would pay to that woman for upbringing their child. So that case was come to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court was giving the decision something like that, so that they can the husband have to pay the money or the fixed amount of 20,000 to his wife every month. So after this, what happening? This news was going to in the government, and the government will giving the advices something like that. They amend such kind of amendment through which what happened? They dissolve decision of the judicial one, means of Supreme Court. So what is happening? The Supreme Court gave their decision, but it was going to be dissolved by the Parliament. So to consider this also, this UCC will be required. The fourth one is satisfying the youth aspiration. Yeah, this is the also one of the important point. That's why we need the UCC. We move about to the next point, that is what India need to be done to implement this. The first thing that India need to be done, that is government have to work hard to build trust and make common cause with social reform rather than the religious conservative. Okay. Second point is bring separate aspects such as marriage, succession, maintenance into the uniform civil code in stages. Means do not implement harshly to any of the rules, any of the policies. Give the stage wise, implement anything in stages wise. Do not implement anything harshly. Okay, so that is what I wanted to convey with this point. So next move to the third point, that is government seeking the opinion of the law commission to examine all aspects pertaining to uniform civil code. The time has arrived to consist at the earlier. Okay. Let's move to the another point, that is law commission recommendation. That is what we required, and from after coming this recommendation, the PM Modi was announced that they was so much hurry to implement these law. After its recommendation, that recommendation tells the required diversity, that is universal human rights with required diversity will be seen, will be implemented, it will be required to implement. Second is quantification of all personal laws. Any personal laws you are looking for, to do quantification on it. Okay. The third is the amendment on the personal laws. Personal laws I will discuss, that is marriage ho gaya, divorce ho gaya, child abuse ho gaya, everything, child abortion ho gaya. This is all the personal laws that have to be considered, and that have to be challenges that have to be face the consequences of the government. Because as you see, if you have a child, okay, but you are going to abort. Initially it was depends on your religion, it depends upon the attack mother, but now it was decided by the government that would that child will be ready to abort or not. Means that if it was all under the government, they will make a fixed rule. If that fixed rule apply on you, you will have to do the government want to do. Okay. Next move to the another part, that is the way forward. What we conclude all about from that UCC, that is first is social transformation and begin gradually. Social transformation जो है हम लोगों का बहुत अच्छा यहाँ पर हो जाएगा. Second is the national identity would be more secure in the diverse form. Yeah, this is the one of the first. That's why I like this topic. The third one is the women empowerment and the modernization. This is the one of the thing that everyone know. The women empowerment, that is to empower the 50% of our population, or the modernization will definitely required for rising our country. So this is all about the UCC, that is Uniform Civil Code. If you have any problem regarding it, so you again watch that videos, take the note and study about it. This is one of the interesting topic you ever seen. तब तक के लिए चलते हैं, keep learning, keep growing. Bye bye.